There was just an interview that JPMorgan Wealth Management CEO Mary Erdoes gave to David Rubenstein. She spoke to him on his Bloomberg Wealth show and basically said that graduate wealth management analysts should expect to work 72-hour weeks. She said basically if you want to gain mastery at something, it takes 10,000 hours. That's sort of the conventional wisdom, right? Why not get there more quickly by working more at once? It seems to be kind of the idea here. And, you know, I know there's this big debate about Wall Street and whether it's humane and yada, yada, yada. There's always going to be people who want that environment and will gravitate towards those type of jobs. We know someone who I see on the screen right now who likes to work a lot.
It's not me.
All of us do. All of us.
Process of elimination. Anyway, but you know what I'm saying. There's this sort of debate about, but there's also this idea that there are people who are suited to that kind of lifestyle.
I'm glad she told the truth, honestly. And remember, when we're talking about people who work on Wall Street, this is in no way is representative of people in the ordinary economy. So this idea of mastery is a little bit oversimplified. Malcolm Gladwell popularized this idea in one of his books. If you're doing something that is just rote and repetitious, you're not developing mastery. To develop mastery, you need to be continually learning in what you do. And if you go back to what Gladwell pointed out, I mean, he talked about the Beatles, for example, and all the performances they gave in Germany, you know, in small clubs, kind of lousy clubs in Berlin or wherever. And that by the time they hit the scene in 1964, they had their 10,000 hours under their belt. That was art, not assembly line work. So, you know, Wall Street workers can do whatever they want. They do have the privilege, or at least the opportunity, to leave anytime they want. And as we know, a lot of them get sucked in and stay there.
Well, I'm with you, Rick. I'm glad she kept it real here, but 72 hours is probably just the baseline. I mean, some of these folks are probably working close to 100 hours a week, if not more, and they are constantly on. Also, too, I don't know if anybody else picked up on this, too, but this is, I think, Mary Erdoes, who's been named or rumored to be a potential successor to Jamie Dimon, really putting herself out there front and center into this debate and ultimately coming out with comments very much in line with Jamie Dimon.
Why doesn't she just say, look, we're going to pay you a ton of money and your life is going to suck, except for the stuff you can buy? Put it on the line. I think she'd still attract all the people she needs.
No, I think that's exactly what's going on, right? This conversation has now gone on so long that it's not stealth recruiting, it's explicit recruiting. Right. And remember, the financial industry is shrinking. The financial industry is dramatically smaller than it used to be. Sorry. You want to work in traditional finance? There are fewer seats to go around than there used to be. A major story for the whole last decade was that all the smart kids these days, all the MBAs, they all want to go work in Silicon Valley. They want to work for tech companies. And working at a tech company, I'll tell you, the culture is a lot more amenable to having a work-life balance with a lot of the same rewards than a financial company offers. And so I think it's explicit recruiting towards the kind of kid who wants that meat grinder atmosphere. My question, guys, was we bring up the 100-hour myth, all this kind of stuff. I mean, that's investment banking. That's where you're getting 100, 200, maybe more than that percent of your pay in a bonus. It's about bringing in business, eat what you kill. Does wealth management really need 72 hours a week? Call some guys, tell them we're in stocks. That's it. Well, calm some people down?
I'll say,
am I barking up the wrong tree here?
No, well, Myles, listen, I was not in the wealth management side, but when I was an analyst, there was no greater thrill. You're at your desk at a little past midnight, you're chugging energy drinks, you get your model just right, you get that note out to a client at 2 a.m. That was fun, and for some people, that just works, and it worked for me.
I know, but it's my point. It's not wealth.
Sozzi, you left.
Well, this is fun. I want to hang out with you guys.
This is better?
And this is also 120 hours.
Media is fun.
Obviously, we all have different ideas of thrills, right?
Well, just to be clear,
clip that, put it on Twitter.
We're conflating investment banking and wealth management. They're very different things. Both of them. Wealth management, I think, involves just a lot of being on the phone and babysitting clients.
Right.
And investment banking, to a lesser extent, you're babysitting corporate clients. So I think, these are, in part, these are customer service jobs in a way, high-end customer service, and probably also therapy jobs. So I guess, in some ways you have to have the whole portfolio of skills. So get started on those 10,000 hours.
All right. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it.